Utie oha echi ponkno. Needs FM.
Shas in free say, are the media adequately sensitized on crime reporting? The BBC, how does the media report, be it accurate, but in line with police tactics?
Yeah. I'm saying, you see, before me be a MP, I've been an investigator with Shrek for 10 good years.
Oh, good.
And I've also been a teacher. Ntimene police for ye jumada. And a media too. Media no say you know my juma. But that time na media no vibrant. Said it a city and no. It's that time programs that we can invite the media to come. Sometimes workshops on my media no and so on. I think that media and Kasano, they also need some level of education about crime reporting, about what is sensitive and what is insensitive, about when a crime no is here. As somebody ban, as someone train police for no more you could do anymore. They are free media, now a medium briefing to keep the public also abreast with cases now. Case now our own mono. As I say, public knows where information now. Unbettered information there. Abba. Now said there are some years ya part to start with. The media no you almost see there must be circumspect. But said the media now be said I had to say the competition on more no. Media house be any journalist be I hope so the first to report the matter. The first to report because sana a more ejumano so koso in terms of the employer, in terms of public perception about them, public outlook about them. Until no more rush it too much. But you see, personal security is very important. I am a tanker saying there's no amount of nuclear weapons or atomic energy that can stop the people when they are in their bad mood. So amount for person within Sambonia and yet walls are obesi ayaden a chadina we sin when shiano and a bit more prevent the crime. It is your personal security and how you observe security principles, and a bit more wow. And we must take personal security very important. Now the investigation mature the police, sometimes now I'm who say a bind be a bar. Say they say, oh, me ya buy a matter a lot of cars, I'm a police. Me ya buy a matter a lot of police accoutrements, I'm more. Me ya buy a my yes, I'm a police. But we don't take care of the service training after recruitment. You were police from your forensic investigators. How many police officers in Ghana have gone for forensic investigations? How many police officers in Ghana have gone for cold case investigations? Interestingly, I will share said here, Abrochromo handle most of these unresolved murder cases now. Ubetman who police name, sometimes I wonder, a corporal, a sergeant, but unimnejuma pa. Unfortunately, Han Ubetman will be away in the masters. Wako police, yeah, man, police commander. But investigation side, he's so lacking that the case man won't handle case. In how compare, then you ask your people, how do we train our police people like Mini and Ekano? We must do a lot of after recruitment training for most of the various units of the police investigations. When we say, if there's a case, we have to follow it to its logical conclusion. Shaman say case about murder, it made the for even 40 years, 50 years. A minimum before DNA test nearby and we follow most of the cases. Even cigarette our normal wager hormone. The investigators will pick it before DNA, they will seal it and put it in the cold case and put it aside. A bit more, but after 30 years, technology now, then they will go ahead and test all those ingredients. Then it will enable them trace the real culprit of the fellow. It is sometimes I ask our police, have we been doing that? Sometimes I look at the interrogation rooms. Do we have interrogation rooms here? This is all my year before interrogation. Satan, but she said, I'm being interrogated at Cabra. I'm basically a kunyana menabet. Then police officer, no more share the process of interrogation. Sometimes, which two people are, what we simply need to do that this room, if it is an interrogation, you put the two there. Would the two people? You better say no more can once and I can say at the Cabra crowd, you're quite in Mecassan when you say no one you are bano. Then they'll be recording. They'll be recording. mankasi nko akora no me see nko a wo de nko fa nko one of them then so be arguing among themselves and they'll be gaggers recording them. Sometimes, it can even be that you bet me the sound cross suspect now go prisons. You don't go prison we are. Now you recruiting CID nimbi. No so akwadan who prisoner. No could dear than four. Or what the same fans almost one prisons. Obasha at that place and they'll be able to say one say let me say this as I won't say members of parliament. I took choir. You can't something in our home. If you are not more assembly and now but your croma because of the political tension, you call outsider. Even if it's from MPP, it means a free conversation. That is how the prison setting is. Into with the suspects no call ma. Now the either another criminal, if you're horn dada, you tell the criminal, can you get information for me? We'll remit your sentences. Maybe it's life sentences, but say in here, that criminal call already not done for. Ntu besha na dwo no mo da no mo ka crimes ho asem no mo ka kra no so aka de kronti a ya no de ba no abodi mpo akeka ho then they will record and pick. These are the things I don't see in the Ghana police. Almost start investigation kakra benua besha na it said o ma abre na yina funu o no mo agyae uko bi so mo mpo no mo buofu. Yes, they become irritated and said o mesima act towards onipa kra crime na ye against him no na. So
in fact, you are suggesting the investigative arm of the police.
Yes,
at the low.
It's low. We should strengthen. If it will mean we have to send some of them to even go and train for 2-3 years. Not a bit training among form one under him. It is very good because we must have modern techniques. They investigate modern crimes. So I say when we say crime are done from raw crime of brute force into even technology crime. When we say this say you
do you believe, sir, criminals could be thinking, say, obit me a commit crime with impunity, but obit me a bribe on the way through, and my investigation would be laxed?
No, the initial intention is not you commit and then bribe in the way. But how your crime ni we are now we name the weaknesses of the system. They are very intelligent guys like me. What I'm the nina make anomaly, the secretary, now committee we are. Then obey marshal all resources at the account. Now the idea no kataso. There's this song I listen and I like it. Mintimin Kabe said a Jumno Kono. I had to say there. Say a nipa na the crime and yet to say me banner. Now I call committee murder. How handle you because you are my child is different from Seminia. So when it is about us, the crime will try to say something that will cool people and try to write it up. But when it's about others, then we are hard-handed on it.
Could it have a cultural undertone to the extent say, Obi kumuni pakura, and che see any penny we ni idea na as a sympathizer with the kumuni pan say. Bonsam the man ye, bonsam the man ye.
A free background, cultural background, how we were brought up. Sorry to say, we were a professor now a big man. They say most of these things are happening in villages who have not heard them. Our see our families now solve it, you know. Professor no, the first thing that came to my mind is, they say, Professor Benny. Is he related to Professor George Bernard Anabi? One man is Brekum.
Yes.
My mother is a retired teacher, he's in Brekum. I'm a convent, so I'm very fine. Apart from that, I did geography and resource development at the University.
So you are connected with the Bernard name?
I know it. No, was some geography or Troy. Internet, one of the things about my I wanted to connect. Is he also having some chieftaincy, or person did chieftaincy? Mostly these things they happen because some of these people people can hide them to do the crime because they have an ambition to become a chief or something like that. It has some connection. But I say Troy, they are only a prominent family in the Bronx half region in Brekum. But as to whether they have a chieftaincy connection, I don't understand. And I also say the crime is a committee now. Sure. It is about 72 hours. And an assistant discovers a crime a committee because he tries to call our own. But is it not interesting that you have a security guy who's our house boy usan wo the end into 3 days no man ko adwuma na. Those 3 days, these are people who would always be at work. The houseboy will be at work, the cleaner will be at work, the security man will be at work. And if you did 72 hours, those 3 people, were they not at the work site? Didn't they go? We are houseboys, so you have access to the keys. We are security, you have access to the keys. Didn't they go to the work?
Timothy, me paucho. Maybe I didn't come on a corner with the jai. Whether they went or they didn't go. The details of it is my worry.
I agree.
The details of it is my worry.
Yeah, I agree. I like your stand.
Every crapper now, they have nothing to do with the crime.
No.
Now, the focus of investigation now goes on the domestic workers. We shouldn't be so.
No.
Let's open up and leave the investigation.
Yeah, open up. I'm quite tear me on. I say, my sister and say, I almost feel in the bank. Into how we on any casa. But sorry, we did about 72 to 48. I want ten. My question is, that period, now, Oma or no more you feel at least the houseboy, at least the cleaner, at least the security. No, I don't know. I'm just trying to say that 3 days, the
police will
come out. But these are the things that were na. But look, it is painful. Said okay, it is painful. Whether you're a professor, you are a cleaner, whatever, even you are, excuse me to say, you are an orphan on the street, you are a madman, that someone can use a knife. Look at the pain. We beg the people. Whatever you go there for the intention, to kill people is painful. It is so painful that a human being, you die. Look at the pain. The pain the fellow went through.
Ubusa who say, yeah, na and take into consideration the laxity in the investigative arm, and to be encourage and motivate to almost say, it's not
the laxity.
A story to break tomorrow.
Yeah,
is to do with whether we profono ne cousin baako yakunu ewo kumase.
Okay.
Ena ono a promise say obehwe ama ya unravel the ya.
Okay.
Ne cousin no yakuku no.
Okay.
Ena ono so sisi ya we yaba no so no.
Yes.
So could it be say a powerful force be ewo access to assassins? Womo yes adwuma we. Could it be a chieftaincy? A be an unrivaled. Dear Natimi Abasa cousin caught 3 months,
yes.
90 days later. No, so similar fashion.
Chieftaincy obviously goes with land issues. Meaning you are a caution is a man go deep. But without even going deep, sometimes these assassins, they go and commit a crime. I feel that's not because of the laxity of the investigative arm, but they are promised to be protected. Okay. When even they are uncovered. Mm-hmm. They are promised to be protected. Because the underworld,
yes, it's an underground.
Yes. I will protect you. Go and do this for me. I'm paying you. But the painful that I bring about it,
10,000.
It's not anything. No matter what.
And will be providing regular source of cooking.
Yes. And also, I have a court process. It delays some of these into the fact that even trials can last for about 10 years, especially with murder case, because of what the law provides. Any iota of doubt, you should throw the case away. Until the investigators must always do diligence, must go back to attorney general, back and forth. And, don't run away from the fact that people always say some things like, you're buying a tissue. Don't run away from that political talk from most of our big people, including comments from even police.
It could be
officers.
just bragging or rare.
It could be bragging, but they've also seen that Abana Tison so Obi so the far so koye. And in this case, Menkase, this current government, both the NDs, both any political party.
It's a political leaders.
Political leaders, you know. One was I cited an example about vigilante groups, you know. Now me can't baby me say no court can stop political vigilantism. It is the political actors, no, and on bit
Themselves.
So what's my me say me ko bowe esuma. Na say me ko bo na esuma. No oh team G1000 why are there pa party ni win pe na me am ko di crime no ya ma me position. Ya ma me position no. Court be na bit ma stop me and there me no ko die no. Ono so be continue to do it. Say me ko yes aba na ka say team ade awa from today going. Don't represent me on any radio station. Don't talk back on this. I've removed you. You come and kneel down and beg that I will never do it. Again about land guards. Would it you? Why would we be arresting land guards when the employers of land guards are there? When you cut their supply off, the employees will not go and do land guards. What did they make? If we cut land guards off, if I employ the two of you to go and guard Martin, and then I'll pay you within 48 hours. And the police pick me up and lock me and cut my communication between the two of you. And you stay on the land for 48 hours and you don't get to eat. You think the third day you go there without paying? Would you go there without paying?
But that is assuming that you're still a landguard. Assassin or Obi the catch and so on crass.
Sana mekano.
You also no akojina assassin so ya na juma oye na ade o.
Savonti make me say employers of landguard ebia me na ma fa the two of you say me hwem land ma. Ye chimu na we haven't solved the issue. Omo chime. Omo fa me court for your crimes. When I'm jail, you will not go there. You won't step foot on any land because the one who will supply you the food and the water, you will not be there. So, law no home. So, we are massaging and there's some romance with the law. I've had a lot of experience, even as an investigator with Shirag, a lot of experience,
and
even as a police officer.
Yeah,
it is not about laxity of the law or laxity of the investigators.
And could it be so say, hadn't criminals and then grow further in their craft to the extent say
Utie Oha Extreme Punk no Needs FM.